I used a hairdryer on my hair this morning and now I remember why I don't do that. Alright, so it is, what day is it today? It is Wednesday, October 7th, so that means we are a week into Victober now. So, I mean, obviously when we're already a week into a readathon, that's probably a good time to post your TBR. So we are just going to go through the books that I have. I have 4 books here next to me. If you see me looking down, it's because I have some notes over here on kind of what the challenges are and which books I have that correspond to those. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the first book that I had, I actually did a vlog on. That's my last video that's on. I'll put it in the cards or I'll put it in the description box. And that book is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I actually already read this. Like I said, I did vlog reading this. It was, I thought, really amazing. It's one of those where I thought I knew the story, and I did. I knew kind of what had happened, but I didn't know the story nearly as well as I thought. So it was really nice to dig into this. It only took me a day to read because it's only about 100 pages. So 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. Basically, the challenge that this satisfies for me is one of the kind of bonus challenges. It's not really tied to any one YouTuber, but basically they said, read a Victorian book that you've been meaning to read for a while. I mentioned this in my vlog that I've been meaning to read this for quite a while. My friend gave this to me months and months and months ago, and I just now got around to it, and I'm so glad that I did. Okay, so the next book that I have is Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy. This book I intended to use for the other challenge, which was read a Victorian novel while dressed in Victorian period clothing. I don't have any right now, but I really just couldn't resist the urge to get started on this one because I've been meaning to read this one, I think, since the movie came out. I saw the trailer and I'm like, that looks so cute. I really want to see that, and I never did because I wanted to read the book first. So hopefully, I'm only about 50 pages in. Hopefully I get some Victorian style dress to wear before I finish this, or else it's going to be kind of a moot point. The next book that I have here is The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I'm about halfway through this one already, and this is kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in that I thought I knew the story, but I really don't. Like, I knew that there was an invasion and that the Martians were coming and stuff like that, but there's so much in here already, and I'm only halfway through, that I had no idea about, and I'm so excited. I love it. I read like 100 pages in a day, and I'm probably gonna finish it today and get that out of the way. So the challenge that War of the Worlds satisfies for me is to read a Victorian novel that corresponds to your favorite modern genre. And for me, that is science fiction. I love science fiction / fantasy in kind of all of its forms: high fantasy, sci-fi, really crazy technological stuff, aliens, any of that kind of stuff I do enjoy. So this satisfies Katie Howe's challenge for Victober. The last physical book that I have here is Shirley by Charlotte Bronte. This is actually the group read for Victober, so a bunch of us, I suspect, are going to be reading this. I chose it kind of to also satisfy a challenge, which is to read a new to you book by a favorite Victorian author, and Charlotte Bronte is definitely a favorite of mine. Jane Eyre, I read the abridged version when I was a little girl. I think I was maybe 6 or 7 when I read the abridged version of Jane Eyre, and I loved it. And then when I was, oh my goodness, it wasn't honestly that long ago. I was maybe 23 or 24 when I finally read Jane Eyre for the first time, and absolutely adored it, thought it was wonderful. So I'm really looking forward to reading another one by Charlotte Bronte. I'm very excited about this. So the last challenge that I still have to kind of figure out would be Lucy's challenge from Lucy the Reader, which is to read a Victorian diary or a set of letters. I believe that she recommended one that was the letters of the Bronte sisters, which I already mentioned that I love Charlotte Bronte. I'm obviously not going to read it cover to cover. She said that there's like 600 and something letters, and
ain't nobody got time for that.
So I'm not going to be doing that for this readathon, but I believe that I'll try to read a good chunk of them just to get a better sense of kind of who they were as people, how they corresponded with each other. I think that this challenge is the most interesting to me because it was the most difficult for me to think of something that I wanted to read for it. So I am looking forward to those and to learning more about the Brontes. I did also want to show on camera my little tracker that I have. I think it's really adorable. Basically, I'm just tracking the pages that I read on this side. This is my progress. And then over here, I outline the challenges. That's kind of what I've been reading from during this video. And I have my TBR that I haven't finished filling out yet, so I have to go ahead and do that. But as you can see, I read, you know, Jekyll and Hyde in one day, and then Far From the Madding Crowd is actually taking me a lot longer than I wanted it to. I thought I would fly right through it, but then I ended up picking up War of the Worlds and have been completely enthralled with that. So Madding Crowd has taken kind of a backseat to that, so I'm hoping to finish War of the Worlds today and then get back to Thomas Hardy, finish that, and then move on to Shirley. So anyway guys, that is my Victober TBR going up more than a week in because I'm not getting this video up today. It'll probably go up on Friday because I think that's kind of the day that I want to stick with for my uploads. So I hope that you enjoyed this TBR. Let me know in the comments if you are reading any of these because I love them so much and I need to talk to somebody about them. Most of my friends don't really read Victorian literature. It's not a super popular genre among my friend group, so I really need people to discuss these books with, so go ahead and reach out. Definitely find me on Twitter. I'm super active over there. Probably most active of any of my social medias is going to be Twitter. So go ahead and just tweet me or comment on this video, like this video if you are also reading any of these books, because I'm super interested in finding kind of a community for this month to talk about these books with. So anyway, thank you for watching if you made it this far, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!